It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football?
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. That brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Here's Powell on the return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. That's Gallup on the slant. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Herbert. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Herbert now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They go play action. Cousins. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Andrews. And the numbers for Andrews last week: 6 catches, 87 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
On second down, here's Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. In motion right is Osborne. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Cousins. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with the all-pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
There he goes left side. He may go. Touchdown, L.A. Jahmyr Gibbs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out comes Minnesota. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a stoppage for the injury, and that's Leonard Fournette, who's going to get some medical attention, so hold everything here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now the throw on third down. Knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Cousins. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Again, Herbert.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Green Bay to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown catch in the victory. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Let's take it in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he goes out right around the 39. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Cousins. That is caught. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Madison.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Cousins now.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Well, another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now it's Herbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The give, right side for Gibbs.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon a running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Booth making the tackle. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Taylor.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's Taylor again.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return is Brandon Powell. And fighting down inside the 25. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A first down throw for Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Cousins again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Chargers.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the give, here's Gibbs.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 33-yard line.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll be watching Levante David, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Buccaneers and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's the first of two here on this Monday night, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. He's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
It didn't take long to see her for...
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Hurts.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On second down, here's the option.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the gun, Mayfield. Hunter Henry brings it in. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
15 yards and leads to third down.
From from the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Shoves him aside. A second stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mayfield on first down.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 53 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
Mayfield on play action.
Complete right side to Otten.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
They'll run for the first time with Keyshawn Vaughn.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got a look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48.
They'll motion McLaurin left. And now a fake on the jet sweep, but instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. The Eagles come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
At long last, the Eagles have found their new marquee #1 receiver. They dealt for Brown in last year's draft, and all he did in year 1 was set a new franchise record for yards, 4th best in the league. He gets him a first down there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hurts throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian. Down the numbers. There he goes. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 9 yards that time.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Vaughn will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Vaughn again, and this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 22-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Now Landry. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Running back Chase Edmonds gets set to start this next series.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Another nice play there by Reddick. More evidence that sometimes a position change is exactly what a player needs. Totally reinvented as an edge rusher instead of playing linebacker. 2nd in the NFL with 16 sacks in his first season with the Eagles in 2022.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Hurts throw taken in by Sutton. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Desmond Ridder, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Geno Smith, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown catch in the victory. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Eagles! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 26. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders, but found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again.
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Mayfield off the play fake.
And this will be caught downfield by Gage.
A good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Mayfield on play action.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Following the interception here, Mariota. He completes this to Sutton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground. But despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And he returns this to the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The throw right sideline here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
4th down, Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start out here with the option left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle here to Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th.
And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now come the Eagles.
And they are really rolling here to begin the season on their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, they pick up their second win now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.